Guys, the chicken is here. I got a duck. Low ceiling, right? So the chicken is here, back today with another gym video. In today's video, I want to talk about this beast, this mammoth. That is the StrongArm / Bells of Steel combo rack. I wanted to do a dedicated video on this because I think out of everything that I have in here, this is the standalone most expensive piece that I have. And I wanted to go over why I got this over getting a regular bench. But first, if this is content you enjoy, if you like stuff related to home gyms, make sure you like the video and subscribe for future videos. And yeah, so I guess first off, what is a combo rack? If you don't know, a combo rack is what they use at powerlifting meets. So the idea is that you can squat and bench out of it. You can do some other things, which I'll get into in a second, but that's the main idea. The main purpose of it is the idea is you have a lot of people squatting on it, so you can change out the rack position really quickly with these arms that are on the back that I'll show you in a sec. But yeah, so why would I get this instead of regular bench press setup, since basically all I use it for myself anyways is just benching? And that is because it looks cool, there's some versatility on it, and you know, when I have other people here, once I get another barbell, it allows two people to squat or essentially use two racks at the same time, and it takes up, for what you can do on it, a pretty small footprint overall. So I'll move aside here and I'll just kind of go over, trying to get this in the frame, exactly what it is. So you see the two uprights here. Now those are what you're going to squat out of. And you'll see on this one they have roller cups, which are really nice. One thing that would be decent to have on it, Brandon Campbell mentioned this in his review. He did a review on this as well. If you're just simply looking for this product, I would recommend watching his video. He goes into great detail. But well, you know, what I agree with him on is there should be some sort of plastic lining here, and especially right here. Because I talked about this before, but say you have a block on it or something, if you have to roll the bar forward to get in a different position, it's like, it makes me cringe because you can actually like feel and see the shavings of the steel come right off. You can't really see it, but just from that. So when you have some weight on it, I'll bring this a little bit closer. When you have some weight on it, where can we see this? Yeah, you have some weight on it. You can see right here, I was doing block pulls or board presses today, and I had to roll the bar against it. That's literally steel shavings right there, just from grinding into the bar when you roll it forward like that. So some plastic right here would be like, you know, I would say that would be required, but you know, if they're going to do anything to this, other than that, it's really solid. Oops, my stand's getting away from me on me here. The face savers we can talk about next. Whoops, I need to get an actual stand. So the face savers, I'll move this back so you can see. There we go. Chicken. It's not my first video. So these are called face savers. So when you're benching, it falls down onto this. I'll actually show you real quick. So say you get in a quick bench position, you get it up, you feel it, you roll it off like that, and then you can get the bar right off you pretty easily. So yeah, I think I just adjusted these for someone else because they're a little bit low for the chicken right now, but that's the idea. And yeah, so we'll go over more of the functionalities first. So like I said, the whole idea, well, I'll finish up on this. So the face savers are really great. Now they say that you should not rely on these if you take the bench out and you're squatting. They're not designed for the bar to for this to be able to hold it. Two reasons for that. One is they're not long enough, so if you're squatting and you dump the bar backwards, it's not going to catch it. Two, there's not a ton of weight on this. If you don't have, you can see right here, if you don't have this loaded up with extra plates, that's plate storage, the whole thing will actually flip over on you. If the bar rolls back here and you catch it, it'll fly right backwards on top of you if you don't have enough, if you don't have it bolted down or you don't have plate storage on it. So yeah, But in terms of, if you fail to squat forward, you're going to be fine. I've dropped. I don't bench a lot, so it's not ever going to be an issue for me. But I've dropped lots of weight on here, like 250 plus, just when I was trying them out, just to see, just to make sure I had it set up correctly more than anything. But, I didn't even shake, like it didn't even, so this is, it's solid as hell, for sure. Now, some people, they like to talk, but I think I can get it in the frame here too. These pull out. So, when you've got a bunch of weight on and you're smashing the thing back, like this does go back and forth. Personally, I don't find that to be an issue. I'll move the camera up a little bit now. Yeah, so I don't find that to be an issue personally. I actually kind of like the sound of it, of like the iron smashing around. But, there is that worry that, these welds would come off, because they're not really primo welds. It's not made in the USA or Europe. It is made in China. So that's why it's so cheap. It's $900 combo rack compared to, Rogue or Eleiko. And, credit to Bells of Steel and StrongArm. I guess it's StrongArm. They say right on the thing, like, it's not comparable to a Rogue or Eleiko or Texas Strength System, whatever combo rack that you would get. It's a budget combo rack, and with that comes, budget manufacturing. So, yeah, it's not, it's not like the typical Rogue quality that we're used to. Is that necessary? No, I don't think so. And it looks awesome. I love the look of it, which is mainly why I got it. So, we have these over here in the back. These arm things. So, which one am I looking at there? Is it this one? Yeah, so these come down. Now, I've got these kind of jammed in here. I don't have a lot of space, but these come down. They simply slide on. They slide on there. And as the bar is loaded, it allows you to change the height position. Now, I'll come back here and show you guys. I can do this smoothly. Oh, there's the electrical panel. I can do this smoothly. Let's see. Yeah, it's got laser cut numbers on the back, which is really nice. So I can show you exactly where your setup is. Now, you'll see, even though it's got laser cut numbers, they don't necessarily line up with the holes. The holes are 1-inch spacing, the numbers are 2-inch spacing. So, it's not like it's really that complicated to figure it out. You're either between 1 and 3 or you're at 1 and 3. But, I think it would be nicer if it just said 1, 2, 3. But that's not really, I wouldn't not purchase the bench just because of that. I think that would be a little over the top. But yeah, so the bench portion, slide you guys back way over here. So the bench portion, now this comes out. This, I would say, if you're thinking of getting this, and you're going to be moving this bench out, like, often, I'm not going to lie. Good God. It is a pain in the ass to move. The spotter step that ties the bench in, there's two little twist knobs that hold the bench in place in the back. It's extremely heavy. It's a pain in the ass to move. If you're moving it in and out all the time, might be something you want to think about, because that is not fun to be moving every single time that you want to use the gym. If it's just every now and then, like it's going to be for me, I think it's great. Like, if there's eventually, I'm going to get some accessory stuff in here that I'm going to pull this bench out and use that for. So it'll be good for that. It's just a standard flat bench that you can move and pull and move around to where you want it. So it's good in that sense. The bench itself, I love. Now, the old gym I went to, it had, the highly touted Thompson fat pads that everybody loves. Personally, I didn't like those. I actually hurt myself a few weeks. I was having some shoulder problems, specifically from using the Thompson fat pad, because I just couldn't, I don't know, it felt like, even though it's bigger and it's wider and it's thicker, I felt like for whatever reason I got less support out of it. Now, I'm about 220 pounds, 6 feet tall, so I'm not like too small to use it, I wouldn't say. But I don't bench a lot. So maybe if you're benching like 350 plus, then that's when you get more of the effect from it. But for me, like, I love this bench. This is perfect. It's grip. It's not, you know, super grippy, but it's grippy enough that you're not gonna have issues on it. And it's just really well centered. It just feels like a really nice bench. Yeah. So in terms of just using it as a bench press, I love it. I love it. It's perfect. And you know, the shape, the size, the rollers, the look, the feel of it. The chicken's happy about that. But yeah. Oh, also it does have it does have band pegs. You can see here. So those just slide in there on the bottom. You can use them if you want. The band pegs do line up. They have there's about 6 holes in the bottom, so you can get the rods in exactly where you want them. And I find that they just line up perfectly, like it's right in the center of exactly where you want it. So they work really, really well. And aside from that, the only thing we didn't really look at was changing the height of the faceplate. Now these have, I believe there's 7 holes, 1 inch spacing, so you can put it exactly where you want. I've actually been able to move them up, and I can do pin presses at different heights and angles. Well, not angles, but different heights. And that works really well. Another thing you could do, you could simply swap out this bench. You can buy this without the bench. You can buy this with the uprights that lean in. If you have shoulder problems and you can't squat with a closer hand grip, and you want to be outside of the rack, you know, you see a lot of the other ones have that. So it's got basically the same functionality as every other combo rack. There's nothing it's lacking. It's just the build quality is a little bit, you know, not comparable to a $10,000 combo rack that you would typically get. But yeah, that's basically it. So a bit of a ramble, a bit of a, you know, we were kind of flying all over the place there, but I need a new thing to hold my camera. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on the combo rack. That's why I want to get it. That's kind of my first impressions on using it after a few months. Just kind of all over random thoughts and, you know, stuff. But yeah, I love it. I love it. It's really awesome. And I mean, just to say you have a combo rack for $1,000 is, you know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And I was looking at getting the Monster utility bench and just using that in my half rack stand, or half rack, I guess. I didn't get that because in Canada, the prices after taxes, shipping, conversion, etc., it was about $750, somewhere around that mark. Now, obviously, for most of you guys, you know, plus you can get a, you know, it's not to say you couldn't get a. That was the bench I was going to get. If I wasn't going to get this one, I was going to get the Monster utility one. So for a few $100 more, I was able to get this. More functionality, looks better, honestly feels a lot better, and I can just sit on it and bench. If you haven't noticed, the chicken's pretty lazy, so I mean, the less moving of stuff around I have to do, the better. So the hot water tank's getting mad at me. I'm going to wrap it up there, guys, but as always, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, that's going to wrap it up the video today. Make sure you leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. We'll see you next one, guys. Chicken out.